AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Here we go. The king. He's back. He ain't playing with us. LeBron James is opting into his $52.6 million player option for the 2025-2026 season. Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul told ESPN, and get this, Rich Paul says LeBron knows the Lakers are building for the future, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. Oh boy, what do you feel about LeBron James signing up for $52 million and values winning it all, even though the Lakers are not winning it all anytime soon, apparently?
You got to see this nigga for another year. I mean, for me, it just goes to show you, he's just trying to rack up accolades and points that nobody gives two fucks about. If it ain't about winning the championship, what are you still playing for? So my thing is, you know, what we gonna say now? He got 80,000 points. He's gonna have another year where he's an all-star, and like it's to the point now where it's like, yo, bro, man, sit down, man. I'm tired of seeing homie. I'm just being honest with y'all. Like I told y'all this a couple years ago, and y'all laughed at me when it was Anthony Davis. Now it's Luka. He's never gonna give up the keys ever until he's done. I keep telling y'all that. And my thing is, I just want to think, how does this affect Luka? Because I got to remember, Luka is an alpha. Has to have the ball in his hands, has to be the man. It's obvious them two doesn't work. Okay, it's cute. But they won one game in the first round. So for me, you know, I would like to maybe take less money to try to fill out that roster, because they do need more pieces. I don't know how that's possible when you have LeBron and Luka at the same time. Pause. I don't know how much help you need when you have those two players, but for some reason, LeBron still needs all the help in the world. I digress. But this is just him playing. I think he's going to play 25 years. This is his 23rd. I think he's going to play 25. And I just think he's just playing now just to be able to say, I played the longest in the NBA ever. I don't think nobody's ever played 25 years. I don't think nobody's going to play 25 years at this level. He does play at a decent high level in the regular season. He does gas out later on in the playoffs. If he gets to the playoffs, that's another story. But just another year watching everybody glaze him. Another year him getting, like I said, another accolade, more points. And to the real basketball people, none of that shit matter. If he's not in the finals competing for a championship, I'm going to ask y'all this. And I want to hear the chat. I'm going to ask y'all this and I'm done, because y'all know I'm not a fan of the guy. This is for Flea, because he got a question for me, but I'm going to ask him a question first. A couple years ago, everybody was telling me LeBron's legacy is submit. It can't be hurt, can't nothing. If this year he loses in the first or the second round again, are we not going to look at him different, or he could just do whatever and it doesn't matter? Nothing hurts his legacy.
So I be trying to understand when we talk this legacy stuff. Like, what does hurt your legacy mean? What does that mean? Like, when something hurts your legacy, what does it do to your legacy? Does it say you have what is it like? How do you? It's a certain degree of legacy. What does it do to your legacy?
So for me,
how can you tarnish a legacy? Help me understand, because I hear everybody throw this around, and I'm gonna be honest, it don't make sense to me.
All right, so for me, if he keeps for 4, 5, 6 years losing the first round, the play-ins, not making the playoffs, I think he's moving himself further and further away from the GOAT conversation. That's what I think.
Oh, so that's a different conversation.
But that's hurting your legacy.
But that's your his legacy don't have shit to do with whether you think he's the greatest basketball player of all time or not.
I disagree. I disagree.
That's two different conversations for me. I disagree. Your legacy and who you are as an individual basketball player has shit to you, and you attach him to being the greatest of all time because you don't like these other niggas that say it. You could just look at who he is as an individual basketball player and don't have shit to do with who's the greatest of all time. Completely different arguments for me.
Is that a pregnant pause?
No, I'm just.
I disagree with Flea. I know you didn't ask me AllBall, but I disagree with Flea. Your legacy is respective to whoever you are. We talked about it yesterday, how Kobe Bryant really put himself, as much as the media did, but he took on and embraced the GOAT challenge. And
look
because
at his last 4 years of his career. Look at the last 4 years. Kobe Bryant made the playoffs the last time in 2012. How many seasons did he play after that?
Right.
3, 4. What kind of hit is it on his legacy for what happened those last 4 years?
For me,
question.
For me,
what's the hit? What's the hit though? What's the hit?
That when people talk about the GOAT, his name doesn't even get mentioned unless you're a diehard Kobe fan. They just, like Shaq says it all the time. When people talk about the GOAT, they go Mike and then LeBron. And like Shaq say, how do y'all just leap right over Kobe? I think that played a part in it.
Okay, so then what type of hit does Mike's legacy take with the last 2 years in Washington? What hit does that take? What kind of hit does it take? Nothing?
No. People talk about that and it takes a hit.
You a liar. But you a liar. You don't like to be called a liar. You lying now. You lying now.
No, hold on.
Michael Jordan's legacy takes a hit after those 2 seasons in Washington.
Hold on. Let me tell you this. Listen, I'm a hypocrite and a liar, and I don't mind being called either one. I don't mind it. Let me just explain that to y'all. I contradict myself. I'm a hypocrite. I'm an idiot, and I'm a liar, and I will gladly admit it. And I'm a sore loser. So don't ever lie to the people again and tell them that I don't like being called a liar. But true lying. People bring up Michael Jordan's Washington years. That's the conversation they bring up. That's the only conversation they can bring up when it comes to the GOAT debate. Now, it may not take a hit from him, sneaker selling wise and other things, but people do bring it up. People bring it up. And I'm just saying, with LeBron James, are we going to bring up his last 5, 6, 7 years with the Lakers when they were terrible? When he had, now, did Michael Jordan with the Wizards have Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic? Did Kobe Bryant in his last 3, 4 years have an Anthony Davis and a Luka Doncic?
I'm gonna be honest. If conversations need to happen about LeBron in these last couple years, if you're saying everybody, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like everybody talks about the last couple years of Kobe's career. Everybody doesn't talk about the last couple years of Jordan's career. So if they do, then yeah, we need to be fair and have the conversation about LeBron's last couple years. But I'm gonna be honest. My ears, my eyes, I don't see that shit. Nah, I don't see it too often. Niggas ain't as loud as they are about this nigga's legacy as these other two niggas. And Bean is my guy, y'all know that. But they don't kill him enough for those last couple years in the NBA where it was shit. The Lakers was shit. So I don't know.
And I think it adds to his legacy no matter what, especially if he plays to this level. Because the fact that he's a top 10 NBA player in a lot of people's minds, he got MVP votes, All-NBA first team, if I'm not mistaken, or second team. That adds to his legacy, bro. The first and second round thing is for me personally, there's not a championship team. He's a number 2. I've been saying he's a number 3 option. So there's what hurts his legacy more than anything is the fact that you're handcuffing the organization once again. That's the problem. How are you a third option with $52 million? You're bugging. You're not serious about winning. That's exactly.
If he's serious about winning, he opted in. Trade him.
That's the plan.
If you're looking forward to his future, trade him. If Rob Pelinka called us right now, OG, and said, I'll give you LeBron.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.